Hi friends, Budget Girl here and welcome back to my channel. I know that since I was recently on the Dave Ramsey show, there may be some new faces in the house and I sure appreciate you guys coming to check me out. I am here on this channel every week teaching you how to live a frugal and fun life, freed from debt, and I hope you enjoy it. So this is a series that I do regularly on this channel. I call it 5 Frugal Things, and I go over frugal wins and fails for the week, and I also celebrate you guys' money milestones because I believe in rooting each other on throughout this financial journey. So let's jump right in. Let's start with the fails this week because while these are definitely fails, they are fails that have a little bit of a winning twist to them, which is my absolute favorite. So first off, I got sick. I actually ended up in the hospital with bronchitis this week, coming back from the Dave Ramsey show in Tennessee. I'm pretty sure I picked it up in an airport, those darn Petri dishes, and a couple days after I ended up 101-degree fever, and with my boyfriend finding a whole new side to me as a nursing student, continually botched an IV. Did have to take 4 whole days off of work, but I do have good insurance and I had the sick days to take, so I consider that a win. I actually didn't have a copay at the urgent care clinic that I went to, and medicine for the antibiotics and the inhaler that they gave me, about $100 this cost me, but I actually have a medical sinking fund for that. I put, I think it's about $10 a month in it. The fail was that I was sick and I had to miss some work and I had to spend some money out of pocket, but the win was that I had that money set aside because we all get sick. And if you don't have a medical sinking fund, it's something you should consider. Even if it's only $5 or $10 a month that you're putting away, when you need it and it's there, it's a miracle and you don't have to worry about it. The second fail is that I got a $300 electric bill this month, which was nuts. It was technically my first full cycle in this new apartment. My old place, it was usually around $100 a month. So there was a problem. And I got that bill, I was like, okay, something's really wrong because my heater hasn't been working like at all. You guys have been in to fix it, but apparently it's pulling power like crazy. So they actually sent in a real specialist or something, and he ended up pulling out the entire heating and air conditioning unit and replacing it with a brand new one, which is going to be much more energy efficient. So now my apartment is actually heating and cooling, and it's also not making any crazy noises like it was before, and it's going to be much more energy efficient. Also, and I didn't even have to ask for this, the apartment complex manager offered this. She said, hey, since that was obviously our thing, when you get in your bill for next month's heating and cooling, what we'll do is we'll look at giving you an allotment as in rent change for the amount that you were over this past month. That ended up being a win. I've got a brand new heating and cooling system that works really well, and I will be able to get a little bit of that money back that I had to pay in an overage this month. And on to the wins. I'm super excited about this one. I found out about it last month, but I wanted to wait until it went through to tell you. I got a raise! Yes! All right, now for some of you who have been following my channel for a while, it'll be like, Sarah, you've been in this job like 8 months. How did you get a raise? Well, I actually negotiated for a raise when I accepted the job. When we were negotiating my starting salary, I wanted, I think it was $44,000 a year. They countered with 40, they offered me 42. Ended up negotiating for them to do a 6-month review, and if they were happy with the work that I was doing and my services, it would go up after about 6 to 8 months. And you're negotiating for a new job, don't be afraid to be a little bit weird with that. You know, you don't have to start off with maybe the exact salary that you want, but be willing to take that chance and say, hey, let's relook at my work 6 months in. If I'm doing what you want me to do, if we're happy with this partnership here, let's go ahead and bump me up. And it's low risk on their part, it's all reward on your part. I would not have gotten a $2,000 raise this quickly otherwise had I not gone ahead and negotiated it when I had a little bit of power back when they were trying to get me here and I was trying to move here. So I'm thrilled about that. I haven't fully decided exactly where that raise is going to go. A large percentage of it is going to go to my emergency fund savings, but that's almost done. So what I'm thinking of doing is maybe doing an 80-20 split and taking about 20% of the raise and doing something fun with it, and then 80% will go ahead and go to my money goals. Now, if this was a windfall, I would go ahead and put pretty much all of it, but because it's a raise, I feel like I've earned it a little bit. I'm gonna do the 80-20 split. So 80% of the raise is gonna go straight towards whatever goal I'm working on, which will first be my emergency fund, and then to retirement savings. I'm gonna set 20% aside to do a little bit of fun stuff and celebrate myself. So that might go to my travel fund, might go to a new couch fund. No matter what, I'm not going to let that elevate my lifestyle and just kind of disappear. I'm going to be tracking it and being intentional with where it's going. Frugal win number 2. I went ahead and signed a contract to lock myself into this apartment for the next 2 years at the rate I'm in. If you haven't seen the video, how I got into this apartment was because there were rats at my old one, and I negotiated with my apartment complex. It was my fault. There were hoarders next door. They couldn't get rid of them, and so I got the apartment complex management to move me to another apartment complex within the system. This apartment is actually about $1,000 a month, but I'm only paying $665, which was my rent at the old place. So when they offered me a 2-year re-up lease for the same amount that I'm paying now, I signed that so fast. Whew. They also gave me a $400 cash bonus for signing and locking in for the next 2 years. So that was a huge win on my part. I get to stay in this adorable apartment for 2.5 more years, since I still had about 6 months left on my old lease, which had been a year long, and I get to be here for $665 a month throughout that. They might hike it up there, but it was definitely worth the move. I know some of you guys were worried that when I moved here that they would try to hike the rent as soon as my contract ended, but I was able to get them to keep it down, and I'm thrilled about that. Also, that $400 is going to go to my emergency fund. Nice little bump. And number 3 is that I paid my car and renter's insurance biannually. I think I pay it twice a year. What I do is I get a little bit of a discount for paying it twice a year, and I have the money go out of my account into a savings account every single month, and then just transfer all that money out at 6 months margin. So it feels like I'm paying it monthly, but I'm really only paying it every 6 months, and I'm getting a pretty good discount at it. So if you haven't looked and seen if you can get a discount for paying it every 6 months or every year, absolutely do that. In previous insurances, it didn't behoove me at all to pay in lump sums, so I just paid it monthly. The insurance that I have right now, they gave me about a 10% discount for doing that, so I was absolutely going to take that, and it worked really well. Frugal win is that I got a giant bag of vegetables for free at work, and they had a big veggie tray with like carrots and broccoli and zucchini, and it was all sliced up and ready, and just no one wanted it and they were about to throw it away. So I scooped all of that into a giant gallon-sized Ziploc baggie, brought it home, put some olive oil, salt, pepper, garlic, and onion powder on it, and roasted it, and I had veggies for like 2 days, and it was absolutely delicious. And I saved it from the trash. It was so good, so good. My final win was that I went on the Dave Ramsey show. It was awesome, and it was actually a pretty frugal trip. Going on the show was free, of course. I found a pretty decently cheap flight by booking a decent amount in advance, and my biggest win was that I stayed at an Airbnb with my friends instead of a hotel. So we actually rented out the most adorable little house in a really nice neighborhood in Nashville, and we were able to walk to different little shops and restaurants, and it was absolutely lovely. It was the perfect location, and we all got to stay in the same place. It was $300 for the 3 days we were staying there, which obviously is so much cheaper than a hotel. And so originally it was going to be my friends Kat and her fiance Michael, my friend Savannah and her son Shiloh, and my friend Michelle, and so all of us were gonna split it. Savannah and Shiloh couldn't come last minute, but still just split among the 3 groups of us there. $100 for 3 days of lodging each was amazing, and you couldn't get a hotel for that. So we also had a full kitchen. We had everything we needed there. It was awesome. I also managed to avoid getting a rental car since my other friends were driving in, and all I had to do was take an Uber from the airport home, and then they drove me around For the rest of the time, we ate local. Actually, everywhere we ate was based off of one of y'all's suggestions. When I did my video announcing that I was going to do my debt-free scream, I said, hey, where should I go in Nashville? And you guys gave such amazing recommendations, and we only ate places off of that list. It was awesome. And we actually talked with some locals there, and they were like, how'd you know about this place? And I was like, I have friends in the right places. It was amazing. So thank you all so much for those recommendations, and I can't wait to show you more vlog footage from that. And finally, let's celebrate some money milestones. There were a whole lot of you guys who have made huge strides financially, and I want to celebrate each and every single one of you. So let's do it quick, rapid fire style. Jennifer Baker paid off a student loan. High five, Jennifer, congratulations. Stephanie Sanchez paid off a car loan. High five, Stephanie, that's fantastic. Tina Bijard for something, sorry, paid off a personal loan. High five to you. Sorry, I butchered your last name. Micah Sylvain paid off a car. High five. Jew Vibro 99 paid off his debt and is only 18. Oh, that's so cool. High five to you. You have the rest of your life. I mean, I'm 30 and now I'm debt free, but you could be so rich if you just manage your money well. It's gonna be fantastic for you. And Rasputin Torpedo, a longtime viewer and supporter, is finally debt-free. Rasputin, I'm so happy for you. You've been such a supporter. I'm thrilled for you. Congratulations, it's so great. High five to you. Amber McClellan paid off a credit card and is nearly debt-free. Amber, high five to you. That is so great. And Claire Graves is debt-free. Oh, I'm so excited for you, Claire. I know you've been waiting for this for a long time, and it just feels so much better, so much lighter now. And next up, Stephanie Figueroa paid off 2 credit cards. Woohoo! High five to you, Stephanie. Orange Concerto paid off a car loan. Fist bumps to you, Orange. And Holly Jones paid off a finance company. High five to you, Holly, and to all of you guys who made money milestones recently. You're winning. We're all winning with this, and we're all doing better, and I couldn't be more proud of you. So as always, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I am here every single week doing this, and usually my voice doesn't sound like this. Don't forget to give a thumbs up for this video for all of the wins of everybody mentioned, and if you have met a money milestone, tell me about it below and I'll give you a shout out. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Oh, and my Dave Ramsey debt-free scream will be linked below. Go click it. Go click it. They actually even said Budget Girls debt-free scream in the title, which life made. So cool, so cool. If you haven't watched it yet, please do. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Budget puppy, what you doing? Is you tired? Is you tired? Oh, you go, girl. Yeah, that's attractive.